Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Life's Countless Journeys, and my name is Maureen. I'm welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you haven't been here before, welcome for the first time, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today's video, I thought I'd share my nail routine, my new nail routine. So I know I'm looking shiny. Today is my self-care day, and part of that is doing my nails. I no longer go to nail shops. Um, First, very first reason actually is because they always damage my nails. I don't put acrylics on, and I since I stopped putting acrylics on, I used to go and have them just put the gel overlay, and even that, my nails end up damaged every time. So I kind of stopped doing that. I'm like, and I'm not spending all this money to, I'll go to them with half decent nail, and then after a couple of redos, then my nails are all gone. So no longer doing that. But that's number one because I had stopped doing it, and then I did go every now and then. But now it's more along the lines of financial. So just like how I try to save money doing my own hair, I'm also saving money doing my nails. So these nails right now have been on. I've had these. I did these more than 2 weeks ago. So they're looking a little. They're looking a little raggedy. So it's time to change these. They lasted 2 to 3 weeks. So I looked at all of that and I'm like, oh, why am I going to the nail shop to use money just to get my nails ruined? So I do it myself, and now I am totally into, using those stickers. So I went ahead and I bought a pack from Temu. So I'm going to be using one out of this pack. I'm not sure what color I'm going to use yet, but I'm going to take you through my process just in case you decide you want to save a couple dollars and on your self-care days, or you layer it in once a month or once every 2 weeks and do your own nails. Maybe you can see how I do it and get some inspiration from that. So I thought I'd share. So if that's something you're interested, stick with me and just watch how I do this. So just to show you some of the things that I have handy when I'm about to do my nails, I make sure I have a pair of scissors, of course, nail clip. Um, I have these tweezers just because it helps sometimes. I don't always use it, but it helps sometimes to help me to position the sticker on the nail. Of course, a nail file. Yeah, I don't have any emery boards left, so we're using that. And then I also have a UV nail lamp. So this is a very, very cheap one. This was like 10 bucks or $9.99 or something like that on Amazon. So, and I'll tell you that you don't necessarily need to use this to achieve this. The ones I had on before this one, I never used the lamp. I just wanted to test just to see, and they lasted, as I said, 3 weeks on my hands. So, um, it's not something that's absolutely necessary. So we have that. I'm going to be using these now. These are, of course, remover pads. So they come in a box like this. I bought this from Amazon. These are like when you get the gel overlay, it's better to soak them off. So that's what I'm doing with this. And here is a top coat. This is a top coat that is used with the UV LED, so it's like the gel top coat. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't. Now, I do use the nail glue, and again, you don't have to use this. I'll tell you why I use this. I use the nail glue at the tip of the stickers. So as I'm putting it down, I put some nail glue right at the tip, and that is to prevent the lift from the edge. Just reinforce the nail tip to prevent any premature lifting from. And as you can see, worked very well. It's actually not lifting, it's just rubbing off. Like they're just old and rubbing off. This one actually only came off because I picked it off. I was just sitting on the couch and the side had started to lift up and I was watching TV and I just went like this. Normally if I see the side starting to lift down, I would be using my nail and doing this to put it back, but I decided to lift it off because all the rest of them were getting old, so I just peeled it off. So that's what we use. That's what I have handy, and I don't normally use a base coat if it's necessary. I don't know, but I don't use it. So I'm just gonna get started with soaking all of these off. Then I'm gonna go ahead and probably cut my nails down because they have grown and just a little bit too long for me. All right, so I'll probably speed you through this part of it. At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. There we go. Let's see how we're doing. And yeah, there we go. It is soaking off. Normally it'll just wipe right off like that. Looks like I got a crack coming there. My cracks always happen down here. That's where they always start. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. So here are the ones I got from Temu. I love the colors in this one. I typically don't like darker colors, so even that gold that I just took off, it was one of the last ones left in my one I had got from Amazon. So I will use the pink. So I'm just going to go ahead, file down my nails, and I'll speed you through that part as well. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. So here are my nails. They are all set, ready to have it applied. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. So this is how it comes. It has a film over it, and these just easily lift off of here, just like that. Okay, so You typically, sometimes you'll have to modify it to fit your nail. I do have to do some slight modifications. Now, this is the first time I'm using one from Temu with the one. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to do the same amount of modifications here. So what I try to do is I take that off. Now, it depends. Everybody's nails are different. So you may, the typical way I guess people would put it down is this way. But depending on how your nail is, you may have to turn it the other way, right? So you modify it, you adjust however you need to, okay? So for me, of course, this is how it would fit best on my nail. So I try to go down very close to the cuticle, and I don't always get it on properly the first shot. So I'll take a look once I've done that and see if I'm getting both edges, because if not, then I have to lift it up and move it over. So that looks pretty good. Looks like it's getting down into both edges there. And then what I do, which is probably not what most people do, but I do, I take a bit of my nail glue and I go on the very end of the nail. I just do that. And then I finish laying it down. One thing I can say about this one already from putting it on, it's thinner than the ones from Amazon. So I'm going to let you know if I get the same length of wear from this one as I did from those. This is, I mean, not a whole lot, but it's noticeably thinner to me. And I just keep brushing it down until it lays down on the nail. Once I get to the end, then I'll cut it down to my nail. And then that's where this comes in, where you use it to push in to the edges and smooth those edges in. As I said, I did get one of these in with the Amazon bundle, but I didn't get this with the Temu. So if you have one of these of your own, maybe, because I could actually use this one, which this I got in a manicure set, so I could actually use this. It would actually do the same thing. And that's it. I'm just pressing down, and we'll see if the quality of these sparkly ones are the same as what I got from Amazon. Okay. Now, when you're cutting it, try not to tear it. Sometimes it'll get stuck on your nail clip, and then when you rip away, you can end up tearing, and then you'll have a ruined nail. So just take your time when you're trying to cut the end off, and especially I'm taking even more time with this one because it is thinner than the Amazon one. And if I see that there's any little edges, then I try to just wrap those around the nail. And that's how a finished one. That's how a finished one looks. Okay, so you can go ahead and file this. Sometimes I'll file mine if I feel the need to. It will set when I put it under the UV. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other nails. This nail here, because it is breaking, I'm going to put some glue on first. So we're going to do that first, and then I'm going to skip that one. Just let that glue dry on there. Now, for your other nails, you will, looks like there's something on my fingers. For your other nails, you'll need to just sort of look to see what works best. Now, what I found in my Amazon package was for this nail, I had to use the same one that I would put on my thumb, and I would just have to cut it down because either any one of these that I used was too small for this nail. So it seems as if that is the same thing that I'm going to have to do here. And I try to lift it up with that because sometimes the picking with my nail might make a small tear. So I'm trying not to do that. So when I use this on that nail, what I did was I turned it around. So the smaller part was down here. Now it worked on the Amazon one. Let's see if it'll work on this one. Not covering. See, it's not covering the side. Or maybe I have it over too much. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, right in there. I think it actually will work the same. Let me just put it over a little bit more. Tiny bit. Okay, yeah, I think it'll work the same. And if I can do it that way, then I have less cutting to do down here. Because if I put this big part down here, it's going to be too big. So putting the big part at the top, then I have most of the shaping to do at the top rather than putting the big part down here and then having to try to shape down here. So you put it on and you trial and error. You'll eventually find. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to put it up, put it up, put it up because I need to go down a little bit more. Okay, all right. Trial and error, and you find what works best for you. I think I could have even gone down a little bit more. Got some glue on my other hand. Gone down just a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it. All right. I need a new bottle of glue. This one is starting to thicken up. Okay, we will shape this one. There we go. Another one done. Like I said, if you feel that you have any little extras at the end, you can choose to file it, or like me. And the reason why I press them under is just to again, a little bit more reinforcement for the nail, but also because I have the glue at the end as well. And there we go. Another one done. This one is actually a little bit too small for me, but these both are exactly the same, so I'm just gonna have to live with looks like I'm just gonna have to live with a smaller one here. Does not cover the side fully. You can see. So I'm gonna try something and I'm gonna see if it works, but I'll only show you if it works. I will only show you guys if it works. Actually, I've done it before and it did work, but I won't do it on camera because trial and error and all that. Trial and error. Okay, looks like it may work. So I put a piece on, use a piece from the edge, and I put that on top so that I could get over to the edge of my nail, especially since this nail is breaking. I think this reinforcement actually helps, and you can hardly see that there's another little piece there. So the last time I did this, I actually did it on this nail that was breaking, and I think that's what helped it to stay in place for as long as it did, along with the glue, obviously. But that extra layer actually is perfect because this nail is breaking. So I am going to also put some of that top coat on this nail before I put it under the UV. There we go. Last one. So I guess the moral of the story is you get these, don't be discouraged if they're not perfectly for your nails, because everybody's nail is different. You can go ahead and do different things to modify it, right, and make it so that it fits for you. And one of those things is turning it different ways, because everybody's nails grow differently, right? So and there we go. And these are now ready to go under the lamp. So because this is just a mini lamp, yes, I was trying to be cheap. Because this is just a mini lamp, of course I do my thumbs separately. So it takes a couple intervals. I do the lamp at least 3 times. I push the button at least 3 times to get, so 3 intervals. And then I'll do my thumb for 3 intervals. Oh, I forgot I was putting this top coat on this one. Now I could do it for all of them, but the reason why I do it for especially for that nail is because that nail has the piece on the side, so just to make sure that there's no lifting, and it's a bit more reinforced, and it's a nail that's breaking as well. You know, putting that top coat on will help to protect that seam from lifting. So for the other hand, it is just repeating the same process. Go through, and typically whatever, I mean, maybe not, but typically whatever you do on this hand is what you will also have to do on the other. Glue is just a little bit more messier at the end for the first time. There we go. So I'm just gonna go through each of these nails just as I did before, and I keep thinking the film's on top of it. And don't do that because you don't want to ruin the ones that you just put on. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of the nails, and then I'll come back to you, the finished look. And here we go. Here is the finished look. And I always like to just finish off with some vitamin E oil on my hands. And then after I put this in, and after I put vitamin E oil, I'll then go in with some lotion sometimes. But right now, that's how we're looking. So I'm feeling so much better. My nails are done. They're cut. I can type again. It was getting a little difficult for me to type at work. I just can't do the long nails. I don't know how people do it. But yeah. So the nails are all done. So we'll see how long these last, because as I said, they're feeling a little bit thinner than the ones I was using before. But we'll see. The seams are not that evident. Like, I was using this to pick up the nail, and I lifted the end here, which, till it's like fully on, you should try not to pick anything. But yeah. I'm happy with them. So that's how I do my nails now. And hey, give it a try. If you've done it before and you have a technique that you'd like to share, go ahead and share that in the comments and let me know how you do yours. But that's what I'm doing now, and it helps me to have pretty nails, and I save some money. Oh, and another thing I picked up from Amazon that I'm going to try are, I don't know if you can see those, but they're nail tips, silver sparkly nail tips. So I'm gonna try those and see how that works out. So when I do that, I will share it with you too. So that's it for me. Please, if you've gotten to the end of the video and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for sticking with me.